The Asian economic giant, Japan, with arguably the most stunning metropolis, Tokyo, was razed twice in the past 100 years. First by the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923, and a generation later by the U.S. bombing raids during World War II. But from the ashes of chaos emerged a town planning role modeling country for urban development strategists. During 5 years of unrest, Bamenda 1, a crisis safe haven, gives the impression of an upshot in infrastructural masterpiece. But Barrister Walter Nkengla regrets that the darkest side of the coin are the numerous land disputes in the area.
My experiences as a lawyer concerning land in Bamenda 1 is that most of the parcels of land there are the private property of the state, and any party that is interested in such land must proceed accordingly by way of applying through the competent authorities for that land to be sold out. Now, if you are interested in land that has been reserved for that purpose, you must apply by way of a grant as well, and you pay the necessary fees before the land is ceded to you. But we have had circumstances where we have the natives of that area claiming that it is their land, at the same time the government saying it is its land. So we have instances where the natives, including the palace, have sold land, and it turns out that it is actually national land and sometimes the private property of the state.
Legal Minds presents an authentic land title as the final document to give absolute ownership of land to an individual. But Barrister Nkengla has handled several cases concerning land in Bamenda 1 subdivision, where the disputes erupted as a result of multiple land certificates for same parcels of land.
Some of the land, which is actually the private property of the state, is sold out to one person to A. It is not immediately partitioned and alienated in favor of that party, and another surveyor comes subsequently and resells that land to another person. A case in point is that of a relative of mine who actually bought land from the state as far back as 1990 and started the process for a land certificate. Unfortunately, at that time, land certificates were issued exclusively in Yaoundé. And for reasons of procedural improprieties and because the procedure is very cumbersome, the file has been pending in Yaoundé for all this while, only for him to come and realize that there was already a house on that land. And that land was resold to another person, still by the government. And so we had no choice but to seize the competent court so that the matter be determined.
There have always been land disputes in the subdivision, but the crisis rocking the northwest region has projected the area as one of the safe spaces for investments, especially in real estate. This has motivated another trend of land problems, where owners want to exploit ignorant buyers.
The situation of land at Upstation is one that requires a lot of circumspection. Anywhere at Upstation, in fact, the whole place it appears is already flooded, and it's like there is no land again to sell, and that will explain why land is very, very expensive there now. So we would definitely have instances where some dishonest citizens will sell and resell land twice, and even to 3 or more persons.
Lawyers indicate that all land is state land in a country ruled by law, but the population can be granted official access by competent authorities. But to avoid land disputes, carrying out proper investigations at the Land Registry Office and the different offices in charge of land matters, then obtaining an authentic land title will give a buyer authority over the land, and in case of government exploration, the landowner will be duly indemnified.